Hey everyone, Brandon here, OYAS Outsider Information. Happy Tuesday. So, the darkest part of the sports year for many sports fans is that gap between the finals and the start of training camp, into June, into July. And it's that way because there's just not a whole lot happening, right? For baseball, middle of the season, hockey's done, French Open happens, but unless there's a World Cup or there is the Olympics, it's kind of quiet. So, when you see topics come up, you know that they are typically there to just fill the time, right? Sports shows have to still have sports shows and they need to fill content. Occasionally, those topics stick, and one of them was whether Jalen Hurts was a top quarterback in the NFL. And Cam Newton jumped onto it saying that he was a better quarterback. Jalen's got a stacked team, and I'm not going to debate that. But what I am going to say is, why are we questioning greatness in real time? Because Jalen Hurts is a different animal, different individual, somebody who is a champion, right? Something that is so hard to capture in the world of professional sports. And when I say Jalen's different, look at these three things: execution, the track record, and the development. The execution has always been there. And when you look at, yes, he's got the best roster in the NFL, the best organization probably in professional sports and the way that it's run. You still got to execute, right? I think we've seen plenty of people who are given every resource to be successful and still can't be successful. There is still something to be said for being able to put the work in and actually complete the mission. So that's number one. The track record, when you look at being successful in high school, being successful at Alabama, successful at Oklahoma, and then being successful in the NFL, at a certain point, it's not a fluke, right? You don't have success at every level in different stops, and then ultimately doing it at the highest level and becoming a champion. That's not a fluke. That happens because somebody is great at what they do. And then the development. Somebody whose game had to be refined and had to be adapted for and adjusted, and now is one of one when you look at it in the NFL. These things don't happen in a vacuum. They don't happen in a vacuum in sports. They don't happen in a vacuum in life. They don't happen in a vacuum in the professional world. Sometimes people are just different, and Jalen Hurts is different. And the fact that we are having the discussion of whether or not he is great tells me that we just don't appreciate things for what they are in real time, right? It's not about comparing someone to somebody else. It's about appreciating what somebody is. And you know what? I appreciate Jalen Hurts for what he is. And that is somebody who embraces and is the city of Philadelphia with his mindset, his mentality, and everything else he brings to the table. So that's all I got on that. Jalen Hurts is different. Embrace it and just be happy football's back and we don't have to have these stupid discussions anymore. All right? Happy Tuesday. See you next time.